Ugh. Okay. Oh, the first bolt hit hard like a drunk today. Give me a minute. Well, the first one in the morning always hits like a truck. It's like, I'm not ready. Oh. 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 I just coughed and spilled coffee all over my keyboard. My God, I'm sorry. Whew. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. We're good. Okay, so we're starting. Congratulations to being first, by the way, Bean. Woo! Bean's first. Alright. Oh, fuck. Woo. Perfect. Okay. There we go. The coughing is done. Whew. Oh. Let's get back into it. Whew. Whew. What we got here, baby? Oh, $1.14. Sweet. Who loses a whole dollar like that? You seated, faded. Svasland means whale fjord in Arden. The shipyard head is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. A pile of cargo belts used for heavy lifting. One says vermilion. Woohoo, $1.10. Yoink. Ooh, okay. Well, how are you doing this morning, everyone, by the way? Who am I coughing? It's just because it's like I literally woke up like a half hour ago and I was rip a huge bong toke. Like when I go up and smoke a bowl, I don't like, you know, smoke one or two. I smoke the entire bowl. Oh shit. I just realized.
Crafty just resubscribed for 8 months. Meowdy.
Hey, Crafty. You haven't missed anything yet. Just be coughing my fucking lungs out. Industrial-sized thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. Oh, right. I was going to go to my inventory. Okay, that takes away a health, so it's not worth using that. But this gives me a physique. So I'm going to drink a beer. I'm not going to smoke a cigarette, but I'm going to drink this beer. Oh, I can't drink the beer? Am I still too drunk? Hey there, Rogue Alpha. Good morning, good morning. Oh, I just realized I'm hovering above everything. That's kind of awkward, isn't it? Hold up. Overlay. Okay, good. Making sure that was still working. And how are you? And other than that, though, you're doing well then? There we go. I didn't realize I was floating above everything. That was weird. Okie doke. Who's this guy? A banner sags in the weight of rain and snow. White waves on red. Good morning, Wolf.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along.
No, you're not late at all. It's only been 16 minutes. I've only been live for 16 and actually playing for like under 10. Because I was dying of coughing
accent
first.
is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Oh great, it killed me yesterday.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Okay, good. You're not late, Wolf. I was technically early. It's only, remember daylight savings time. It's only 3 a.m. for me. Hi!
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there.
How about you,
How
Wolf
can I
Fighter?
help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is it with you people in scabs?
I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
What's that container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Great. What do you do with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
What's going on here? Look at the mountains of things
The
right behind it.
containers in the
There we go.
yard are green in Wild Pines livery, and the mountains rising behind
606.
is all
Woo!
red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core.
Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the covers?
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
This looks like a massive redecorating operation, Kim.
They are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Thanks, Leo. You've been very helpful.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
I'm looking for the dock workers
Oh,
union
you want
guy.
Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy, Leo. Just want to find the guy.
Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
Alright, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
Okay. How's everyone else doing, though? Welcome in. We're just playing Disco Elysium some more. Coffee in the giant thermos is still lukewarm. Yum. Stair made of pallets leading up. Hello there, Everett.
Before you is a walrus of a man.
You'll see. But this is a walrus of a man.
Work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Let's get straight to business. There's been a murder.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
I wish, right?
I'm Everett Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny furniture, on the other hand,
I might die.
looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best.
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Hold up. Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing.
Take a seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois.
I might die.
I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Remain serious.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're
Ow.
sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh my.
By the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically
It
huge.
should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch your expenses with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Thanks, Everett.
Don't mention it.
Take the comically large check.
Also, don't forget it. I'm just kidding, of course. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun.
The world is swallowed
my
by
morale.
a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
I'm not worried about
Are
this.
you all right, Harry? You say you got this, but you seem a little anxious to me. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children are out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Oh boy.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Composure. Challenging. Don't panic. Alright, I'm gonna try not to panic.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
No, I'm not about to cry.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so...
What is this?
My morale.
Mr. Dubois, he keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Keep sliding down the chair like a jello shot.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Actually, this chair's uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water.
What an odd demonstration of... You got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Well, I haven't died from the chair yet.
Here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
I want to talk about the
Oh,
hanging.
of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me. But there's a thing
I knew
that's
it.
been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about it.
Pardon me.
I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
You had me at blow.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
Kim, is that true? Are we door opening machines?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
Sounds pretty
Does
shady.
this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Ooh, okay. Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Whose door is it?
No one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by a weasel?
loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
Go look into it.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Okay, I'm gonna leave now.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Great, we don't want to get stuck in here.
You're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Great. At least he gave me $25. I mean, I don't know where I'm supposed to cash a comically large check, but I have it. Woohoo! I have a good feeling about that guy. He seemed friendly. The musk of oil, I'll keep the electrochemistry, I think. Anything else I can open around here? Speaker tower is silent. There's no work to organize the yard below. Or the ropes. Sounds like crafty. We're just wandering. Yes. Very interesting, Mr. Dubois. Mr. Dubois. What's this do?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marsh. On. Arrête. Off. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container.
Look at how
through the
massive
air.
it is. Okay.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Its purpose? What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Interesting.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
Do? Because I don't.
What? Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It was hanging from the
You
crane.
just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
Knock on the
No
door.
reply.
Open the
You
door.
attempt to turn the handle. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Persuade the door to open.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
Never
Are you
mind.
satisfied, detective?
Come back with a high enough rhetoric and I might be able to open that door. Or something. Yes. Indeed. Wouldn't that be nice? Hey, ML Gaming. Hashtag new computer fund. How do I get down there? Interesting. Interesting. Ugh. Oh, pardon me. Pretty sure I've already stolen the meds. What's this way? Oh, what? How do I get up on that? How do I get in there? I want that box. There's a box up there. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Can I get up here? No. Oh, I know where this is. Oh, okay. I've learned where I am now. Pardon me. Leaving this area. Kim and I are off to detect some things. Yo, mañana. What up, buddy?
So, how'd you like our harbor?
Labor Utopia.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
You have a key to a door?
Key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
Oh, I was hoping you could tell. I don't know, some whistleblowers, I think.
Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I saw an opportunity, I took it. I'm a hustle grinder.
I'm not so sure about the hustle grind, but you know, it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags.
Yep.
That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Yeah, I should know about this task, like this weasel
I'm more
person
of a
will be home.
philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
Okay.
Who he is and what they're fighting for. This is interesting.
You know why you're
We're
striking?
negotiating our share.
Your share.
Aye.
How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
Tell me about the boss
I
man.
think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union entail
I
anyway?
guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he
Yay.
not be corrupt?
Hello, Bed.
We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
It does seem pretty lavish.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Okay.
Sure thing.
Any idea who killed the hanged
The
man?
mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The merc was hanged with a very specific type of cargo belt, one often used in harbors. It had the word vermilion on
What a
it.
thought. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed? How?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
What does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search.
Oh, goodbye. Come on, Kim. We've got a lead. Not really, but I'm gonna pretend we do. Yo, Frit, can I cash this comically large check?
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to...
What's that magazine she's reading?
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
I need to exchange this novelty check for cash. Give her the novelty check and gain 25 real.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir. Anything else I can do for you?
Blow the whole thing on speed and gin right now. Speed and gin. Great combo.
Damn, you're not...
Some local dealers, maybe.
You're not wrong, electrochemistry, but hold on.
A colorful display.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
I still have beers. I don't need to buy any of that crap right now. But I would like to buy some Nosafed, I think.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister
Give me a
packs.
Dramamine.
Here, I hope...
A Nosafed.
Here. I hope...
Another
okay,
Nosafed.
here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Okay, that's good. Great. Sweet.
The tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk
Woohoo!
into the machine.
It's okay, we're fine. I got $28. Look at it all. Look at it all. 28 whole bucks. Wait a seckaroni. Ooh, I can sell this photo for $1. Whip, whip, whip. Oh yeah, full health, baby.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles.
Okay, here. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
There we go. Ah.
A colorful display of...
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that...
Do you sell
both
any
alcohol and
under-the-counter
cigarettes-
vices?
No, Frit only sells legal drugs, like the law says.
30 bucks for that vodka? Damn.
Here you go, Mr.
Okay, there. Enough wasting money. Oh, I can't drink the Commodore Red and the beer? Oh, what a waste. Oh, well, whatever. Just walk around double fisting some booze. Look at me go. Alright, let's equip the plastic bag and my this thingy. Alright, let's go back and explore that corpse, shall we? Explore the corpse, open the door. There's a bunch of stuff down here I gotta go look at. I'll move myself over a bit so you can see my money even. There you go. Alright. There are was a crown, one the ribbon below, a light above, descending.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rag. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Let's get rid of that padlock, shall we?
This trash container, the body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Keep the hunch to myself.
The lieutenant leans in to inspect the lock.
How do we get the
We
lock
could try
open?
using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or
Lieutenant?
we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Jam the tool under the lid and pull.
Force time isn't happening. You've jammed the pry bar under the lid, but it just isn't bending.
Hang from the pry bar with all my weight.
There's a creaking sound as the pry bar slips under the lid. You hang from it like a moron. Puffing. Clearly the technique is wrong, but nothing else comes to mind.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't it fun? The fuck kind of metal is this? This is fucking
The quality
shit.
of metal is not the problem. From what I see, it's sturdy enough.
Kick the container. Ow.
Unsatisfying.
Ow.
Full. You hear a ringing sound, but not quite hollow. The can seems to be full.
Okay, I can't
Let's
pry it
ask the
open.
manager for the key.
I want the key. And then I'll examine the body. What's this here?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material?
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes.
Fair enough.
There's more to this. You get this strange feeling.
What feeling?
Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones.
Can I not get over there? This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. Oh, good. Okay. That's probably the door I want to open is probably hidden behind that. Alright, let's examine the body. Wait!
The rotting man lie. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Wait. Safety first.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy.
Yay!
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me something, dead man.
Looney Rooney.
Which was it that killed you then? Love or communism? You said love killed you, but when you fell down, you said it was communism.
You're misquoting me, Rooney. I said communism killed me. Love did me in.
Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where's that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
Enough.
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
So what's a field
Come on,
autopsy?
officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 30
Rescue!
Epui
Rescue!
cracked
Pardon me.
20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
clap my gloved hands. Let's get in there!
There is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Alright.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the
Pasties.
most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you
Pardon me. Where should I take these
On your
notes?
paperwork, officer, just fill out the field autopsy form.
Thank you. You're not gonna believe this. I think I've lost my paperwork.
They only have one paperwork too.
Officer, what haven't you lost?
I haven't lost this satin shirt. Smell my armpit.
Maybe you should. I can give you my paperwork. There's an autopsy form there. Several, actually. But only if it helps move things along.
Well, let's go find
As the
mine.
words leave your mouth, there it is again. That strange feeling. Like there's something in there.
I guess you've got to start finding at least some of the things you've lost before they hurt someone. We should locate your ledger, then hurry back to the autopsy.
Player knowledge, character knowledge. I know where it is. The kick. I know where it is because of player knowledge or character knowledge, and luckily my inland empire knows where it is too. It's hinted at me twice. Think he'll take $20 and call it good? Main entrance. What? Where's the main entrance? Oh, right there. Well, that's good cake. You're lucky. Lucky you, lucky you. You there, do you have any money?
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Yoink.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
I've already done this.
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
Interesting.
You fumble with the spring-loaded gate of the carabiner. But to know it like fucking sleigh bells. What are you doing? You're gonna get caught.
Stop finger-fucking him, officer! I'm responsible for these oafs and their stuff. Even Sleepy there.
Finger fucking him? Oh my. I was just checking if he was feeling okay.
Yeah, sure. I don't care. Just don't finger-bang his stuff, okay?
To be honest, he's correct. Police officer.
It was just an idea. Come on, relax everyone. It didn't turn out well. Doesn't mean it was a bad idea. Or that you shouldn't appropriate stuff. There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
No words, just a primordial scream.
Why the yelling man?
Looks like a Sow descendant. A lot of Sow dock workers around.
I need to ask some questions right now.
Really?
Me too, Crafty.
You woke me up for that? Fine. What is it, officer?
What about the body in the yard?
What about it?
You seem cool with it. Do you have many of those hanging from trees around here?
You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by stray dogs. If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern?
Someone has to look into it. Looks like I'm that someone. Tell me what you know.
I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
You have a pretty solid feeling that the man's not just mouthing off. He's strong, but even he has reasons to be cautious here.
The trouble's already here. Or how else would you call a dead man hanging from a
They
tree?
say your guy was a killer. Your tree man. He has friends, same as him, killers. There's only one thing they know well. How to wreak havoc.
You saying things make it violent
You
around here?
heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even Sleepyhair, the dock worker.
Goodbye, dock worker. Guard, hey, what's up, buddy?
Can I help you?
Is that trash can out back
Mine?
yours?
No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
Whatever this feeling is.
Prod at him and find out.
Doesn't callous, guarding even your leftovers from the
Callous?
poor?
What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked.
Revachol!
Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government.
So the 11th.
Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Huh? Tell me more?
He killed himself.
Oh, maybe I am
What
Krasmagov.
are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container?
Yes, let's return to that.
Was there something you wanted?
Give me those keys.
What for? Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Bye. Thank you. Look out, Kuno. You fucker.
This trash container
Open the padlock with a key.
well-oiled crack. The lock don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Didn't I just have a premonition there was something in there?
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
Open it.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Yay.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Search the food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure.
Ugh.
But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Check it out.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Looks like we found your paperwork.
No, it can't be.
Yes, it is. Look, this plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
I'd rather not talk about it right now.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Ooh, pants.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Ew, back the shirt.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
I thought a towel, a mug, that's
right.
all.
We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Yeah, we just kids with us there.
What about kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
Sorry, Crafty.
See?
The lieutenant nods. Then
Give me that mug,
you pick
too.
out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
It might be
Provide
important.
an interactable item.
Shut up.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Let's level up my... Electrochemistry.
That's one thing off the list. I think you said you didn't want to talk about the ledger. However, now that...
Oh, I was really hoping I could wear those corpse jeans.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
What? Look at all that content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling, i.e. fraud and embellishment. This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use an example of what not to do.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
Fine.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper. Or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper. Desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
Oh
It's
boy.
a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Inspect the toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
Inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run my finger across the
The
aluminium.
surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Lieutenant, what's this?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
How can I read
Any
it?
capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Okay, for example.
All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
That's all, thank you.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What's in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
There was a mention of a naming convention here?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from Snoop fiction and Vespertine cop show staples.
Oh my, and they're written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
Or?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and The Murder at the Ukar Parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Count the pages to have an official
There is,
case.
for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Woo! Commit to paper.
Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental...
Oh yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, March.
The ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It will do, barely. But...
Kim, do you have a
the
pen?
lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large caliber bullets on an ammo belt. He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Ah, come on, can I have one?
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
With this beauty, commit to paper.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross the ones I finished.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done, and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the Citizens Militia.
Big stretch.
All that remains is to narrow the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Alright, I'm done inspecting
You don't
these.
exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Browse the yellow papers.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What kind of forms are these?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
Hey, perfect.
You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Misconduct fine?
Monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real.
Ooh.
Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. 12 pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form, waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs, color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs. The forms feel moist. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
Look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Shake it.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Be inside.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I open
With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
Open the small compartment.
Is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. Then you bend it some. Then crack it. The goddamn thing is stuck.
Goddamn thing
The
is
letter
stuck.
quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess suddenly afraid of you for some reason.
Smell the ledger.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Yum. Delicious.
The lieutenant observes you, raising and lowering the toilet waterlogged mass under your nose, trying to get a good whiff. A good, analytical whiff.
Excuse me, I just have to ask again. How did it get in the trash?
I think I didn't want to be a cop
I'm
anymore.
sorry to hear that. In any case, we are lucky you found it. Make sure it's all in there. Official notes are... well, they are dangerous. They contain confidentialities. Now, if you'll excuse me, that thing has filled me with the sudden urge to make sure mine is in perfect order.
Needless, it looks great. Unlike yours, which is an unholy mass dripping with excrement.
Alright, let's put it away. Back in my pocket.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the... It almost looks like the electronic patterns inside a radio.
Don't care, port. I think I leveled up here.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake. the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then, past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Learning cap for perception raised to 5, and speed gives me some psi. Cool. I've almost finished learning Aces High. Races High. Aces High. Okay. Autopsy time. Bust out my flashlight. That'll help with the autopsy. Okay. But first, I need real-life coffee. Okay, be right back. I think tail cam's almost over anyways. Okay, be right back. Hello, Angel. If you're still here. Goodbye, Angel. And yes, thank you for the reminder, Alex. The coyote story. Do you want me to wait till you're actually home so you can hear it fully, Alex, or what?
The rotting man lies on his side. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Okay. Open my ledger to the autopsy form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger.
I fed the animals too.
The bright
way
red
too early,
paper
but whatever.
is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Assistant.
That's you.
Only the first question, and already I don't know the answer.
Just leave it empty, officer.
The corpse lies there, indifferent to your retrograde amnesia. The next box says...
Coroner's case number.
KK57-0803.0815.
Write it down.
Next. NA.
Name.
Next.
Date of birth. Age.
Roughly 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
I'm gonna write around 42.
He nods.
Race?
Mondial.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
6.
Male.
Pigs can have sex?
Right, male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th, 51.
March
What
4th,
else?
51. 9.
Body identified by is non-applicable. 10.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only 1 box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
Agreed, no
Silent
treatment.
nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. there is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette ball-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. The building is tall, 7 stories wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an accident. The small one. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
Jesus, thank you for that, Shivers and Esprit de Corps. Esprit de Corps? Sorry, kill time. Oh yeah, delicious water. Fantastic. Pardon me. Turn the page.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
External examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
I love how it refers to the child as thing.
The boots
Write it down, baby.
Vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Write it down.
Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo resembling a microelectronical circuit board. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Ice cold water is the best thing, and you're supposed to have that.
Well nourished, athletically built.
They say I don't know who they are,
Generally
but they say the best thing to do.
42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing.
It's one of the best things because when you drink it, it like basically gets it's like you know, a nice fresh start for all your organs or some bullshit. Is what they, whoever they are, say. Okay, so you want the cavity to another your home?
Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Okay, hold on. So this was like a few years ago, but I remembered it yesterday when I was walking Courage, because I didn't stream yesterday, but I was bored, so I walked Courage super early. And on the way we found a coyote. I took videos, but they're very, very crappy videos. You can't even see it. So I'll post them if you guys really care. Or I'll edit them down. But anywho, it reminded me of like a few years earlier. It was like the middle of winter, snow on the ground. And I remember I used to sit outside on this little like thing on my break. So I sit on this thing looking down the alley towards like a park. And like, I saw this dog coming at me. And then I like... You know, I'm like partially ignoring it, like looking at my phone or whatever. And I look back up as it like literally walks over to me. And as it looks over to me, it slowly reaches over and kind of like tries to like do a small like nibble of my leg to kind of see like, you know, I don't know if I was real or whatever because I was wearing my baker's pants. And as it did that, I went, oh hey hey, and like, you know, yelled at it. And it ran away, and I realized as it ran away that wasn't no dog, that was a goddamn coyote. And it was proven when like a day or two later, they told some the town had apparently shot a coyote that was just like wandering around the town, which was kind of sad. Because the poor thing was probably hungry, probably smelled like I smelled kind of like food, so it kind of like tried to taste me. Realized I was like alive, because my pants were white, so it probably saw like, you know, just like a snowbank basically. So I feel bad for it because it probably got shot. But yeah, I got nibbled on, not bit, but like nibbled by a coyote, like by like a random lone hungry coyote one time. That's how in the middle of the woods my town is. But I can post the video. I can send the videos or post them or whatever. I have to like I'll have to edit them down because like they're like really long and even there's nothing in them. Because I was like waiting to see if it was stalking me. I mean, I doubt it, because it was definitely more scared of Courage than I was of it, for sure. And then Courage was like growling at it. It didn't actually bite me. It like literally was like a test bite. Like it literally turned its head sideways and was like, ow. And then was like, huh. Like it didn't hurt. I barely felt it. I just went like hey, whoa, whoa, and it like backed up, and I went, wait, that's not a dog. That wasn't a dog. Because I thought it was a dog, but like as it left, I was like, that was definitely not a dog. Yep, the joy of middle of winter. Hell, that was when there was actually snow around. It didn't snow this winter. Like there was a couple of times where I posted some photos, but like barely anything. Touch the corpse's hair.
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch, wet.
Stroke his hair. Gently.
The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to the latex of the glove, like thread off a rag doll's head. There must be brilliantine in there. He's combed his hair back with oil.
Write it down, adding the brilliant.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
Velocity was fucking max.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
Ow, ow, ow. Shit. There, I brought knife ring back. And I made the knives bigger. Yay.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Write down, but amend for high velocity. Write down.
Ligature mark. The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Good thing we got these chain cutters. Pull out the rubber grip chain
Always
cutters.
good to think ahead. Now...
You bonked me. That was rude.
We need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below.
Ding, 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 knockout.
With as much precision as you can.
See? My pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Look for a good spot
the
to
belt
cut.
is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread, rising from the waist.
The writing from this.
The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now. Like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose. After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together.
Last night was Dairy Queen.
On your brow.
Dairy Queen. It is great, Crafty.
The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving
Nah,
a gap
just
in
this
the
time.
ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
Just the last 2 times. I'm out of money now till payday. But Floof made enough money That way you could probably get the car up a lot faster, which means my new PC fund can go faster, which means I can get Dragon's Dogma 2 and play other games that I've been wanting to play for a long time faster. So that's exciting. Anywho.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced.
Yes, Alex.
Drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact. Normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant. Pelvis intact. Genitalia...
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Inspect the genitals.
The dead man's penis
It'd be the same here.
Sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles
It's
are
the same for
uneven
me, Crafty.
length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch.
It's because of the lion people. As soon as I saw the lion people, I was like, you should touch it. Touch his genitals.
Doesn't feel like anything. A cold spot under your gardening gloves. Unremarkable and unalive.
My pig's so fucking ill right now.
Oh, your pig's pretty sick, I gotta say.
Write it down and
Back
move
is
on.
Symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical.
I can't. Not even
There
my
are all
Steam Deck
combat
can play
injuries
it.
On the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30%
Yeah, it's a
of
corpse.
his
Yep.
skin.
You heard me correctly. You heard it correctly, Ghost. This game's great.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
Last item, hands.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Yeah, he's been outside for a week, bro.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
I hate it.
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
We've met before. I've touched your genitals.
That you have, Kobo, that you have. We're real tight that way. In that special way. We should do this more often.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
Were we expecting
I
it?
was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
I know, but the option was there, so I had to say yes.
Well done. What next?
Internal examination summary.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
If I may add, the moral of this story.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
The brain is very vulnerable to compromises in its blood
I think
supply.
that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
Alright, not A. NA.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead
Ugh.
man's throat and begins to massage it
That's like the worst
gently.
part.
A rotting smell erupts
Ugh.
from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Ooh, look inside the
No
mouth.
scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly
I always
sweet
look with
air,
my flashlight
unlike
around.
anything living.
You feel like
fuck
you're
him?
about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Look deeper
It's
inside.
hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. A contraction. Your throat pumps a little something from your stomach and into your mouth. You're forced to swallow, just to keep looking. Inside, you see darkness. Just a mess of meat and darkness.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus. Hepatobiliary. NA.
Wait, why? Why don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think so.
Neither am I.
And that's it?
That's it. Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
The completionist me wonders if there's something we can still
Like
do.
a toxicology screening. At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if you...
Brimming with cocaine.
Right, NA and add toxicology
Cardiovascular.
requested.
The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands.
This guy, we found this guy.
Hypostasis is visually consistent with the
Imagine the movie, The Hangover, mixed with a murder mystery. This guy was murdered a week ago. My character's been here for 3 days, having such a bender that he has retrograde amnesia. Doesn't even remember his own name. Basically, this game's about the worst hangover ever.
gastrointestinal. Digested semi-solid food in stomach.
Nobody for you, Ghost? Write it down, but omit the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries. Summary.
Let's see.
Hey, Yuki.
We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fills. Leave a 4th one too. Head,
marks.
chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologists
That's my joke. I joked that this is also Fleet Simulator.
And
because your dude's like a huge alcoholic, a huge ex-alcoholic. I mean, he's an alcoholic, and from the point you wake up on, you can make him whatever. So he's still an alcoholic drug addict for me. Opinion, fatal injury. Non-fatal postmortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury. A stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early
Emotional damage!
The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Oh,
Has
fucko.
confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal postmortem.
Right. Next.
What's the 4th field for?
Just in case.
Ligature
A
mark.
dark red abraded ligature mark and
Ow.
Let's say 7 centimeters. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Which is not good.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked.
Non-fatal
The man-
postmortem. Ow, 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 ow. Today's a long day. Again. There's your knife rain back. Also made the knives bigger.
A column of cold air encircles you, rising slowly upward in the shape of a courtyard, bordered by cracked plaster, windows, seagulls perched on air conditioning units. A small Cape-side apartments, whirling in rags, and the fortress wall of Terminal B. Above it, a thin blanket of coastal stratus clouds. Higher yet, coalition airships guard over the 21 cordons of the zone of control. The air is crisscrossed with radio transmissions. The hair on your neck rises.
Was I right?
You were.
Thank you, Shivers.
Why do you say that?
I'm serious. I don't think that's the injury that killed him.
Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal?
Why weren't his hands tied? A big man like this, I would tie his hands and marching him to the gallows.
Honestly, I'm not sure there weren't marks on his wrist. That part got blurry for me. The stench. But you are right, I was ready to call this. Now I think we should leave it empty, at least for the time being. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
You gotta throw a bunch of stuff, and that's how you knock me out with the stuff.
For processing.
There you go. Ow. Sounds good, Rogue.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Search the body one more time thoroughly.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Look under his fingernails
His
like him already
fingernails
dead.
have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them. That's all.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
Yes, there's something we're not seeing.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okay, we're
It
going
would
to
have
fridge.
to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags. And
Fuck are you looking at, being old man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
only if all else fails.
I think we'll look at the body first.
This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Which one did it just say I was supposed to, that I was using for that up for that? I don't remember. Perception. Try upgrading my perception one time. We'll see. Because personally, I already know what we're missing. But I would like you guys to know what we're missing without me having to say what we're missing. You know what I'm saying?
Aces high.
My snoot. You booped it.
For the rest of the world, the aces high is just a cool Revachol thing. Politically neutral. In Revachol, it still holds revolutionary connotations. Also, have you looked at Lieutenant Kitsuragi's clothes? He wears a bomber jacket.
I like Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Just like the ones worn
I definitely
by
pronounced his name
aerostatic
wrong.
brigades
Accent there.
and those cargo
That
planes
fucked up
could
art.
store
It's like
tools
Shrooms
for
and
hot
Dolly.
fixing your aerostatic.
Bruce Stu with a fist hard. +1 empathy towards Kim, and +1 esprit de corps. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, wait, hold on.
The man is The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Search the body one more time thoroughly.
You really ought to wait until the cadaver is refrigerated. Digging around in this mess now
So
is
that'll help
proving
too.
hopelessly.
Okay, wait here, Kim. I know exactly where the fridge is. I know exactly where the fridge is supposed to be, so let me just go find that real quick. Ow. Ow. You happy now? Okay, so I gotta find... I know where the fridge is. I just gotta remember how to get there. Player knowledge, character knowledge.
With a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Silence.
You know, I could probably put my flashlight away, but I'm not gonna. Man, I'm running out of time. I've like wasted so much day. Yo, Frit. Let's chat for a sec, friend.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
You have a fridge.
Mm-hmm. Right behind you.
I need to store a corpse there.
You're joking, right?
Measure the fridge with your fingers, one eye closed. Never mind, it wouldn't fit.
Yeah, super funny.
Alright, bye. Just checking. I'm gonna buy that $4 raincoat, so help me God. Okay, past this guy again. Wait, no, down here. Pardon me. What's this? Oh, it's up. Never mind. Oh yeah, right. I gotta find the ball after I hucked those dudes' balls into the fucking that dude's ball into the goddamn woods. It's a bird. Hello, bird. A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to my reproach. Okay.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Conceptualization impossible. Why am I looking at this wall?
You have no clue. It's just a wall.
Cool.
So many walls all over Martinez. Weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
Cool. Hey, what's this? Hey, money! Hey, magnesium! It was a boule for pétanque, and my character thought it was a shot put. So even though I passed the roll, it was the wrong thing to do. A garden hose. This will be used till the snow melts. Chairs and tables, eaten by rain and rot. What's this? An orange bum hat, +1 reaction speed. Cool. Man, I should have been Hobo Cop. Nose a fed. I can wear a hat now. Boop. Alright. I should wait. Wait, is this the door it want me to open? Is this the door?
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
Am I small today? I never know how to adjust my size. Apparently it always changes and I don't know how to fix it. Press my ear against the door. Carefully not use the key.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head.
Well, I've known that and I haven't changed it, but I thought someone else said I was smaller. I don't mind being smaller. Do you guys think I look too bad or too small? Because it was on purpose. Well, I mean, it was an accident, but I don't mind being smaller. I haven't tried changing it.
A little draft, a whistle.
Ah, you wish, baby. You wish, Alex. A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. You must feel the warmth of the red sun.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
The sevenfold sun miracle?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Lieutenant, the old flag of the suzerain point.
The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
Don't bow to the flag.
The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
And I should be larger. Well, see, that I'm worried I'm taking up too much game screen, but then I don't want to do that thing where I, like, shrink the... send pics. No. Yeah, look up Tom of Finland. And that's what I got. Hey! A nice new shirt. That's totally better than this one. That gives me... Yeah, I think I'd rather wear this. +1 logic. Pressed and spotless gleaming white shirt, the kind that serious men wear at serious intersolary offices. Not yet piss-soaked or cum-stained. Ah, ew.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others. A little ring. Though cheerful, the image
Tom
is
of
ceramic,
Finland,
making
White
vaguely
Wolfie.
uncomfortable.
It was something it was an 80s artist I just learned about, and I was like, damn.
The lieutenant
Like,
picks
it's
up
good art,
one
but
of
it's
the mugs,
comical.
Then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
Was he a Vulcan now? Damn right I am.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Whip out the yellow man mug and
Yes,
compare.
your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road.
How you doing, by the way, Rear Silver?
Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Do you really think it's the same person who put the dead man's
knows?
clothes in the trash?
I'm not expecting too much from these clothes in the trash lead either way.
Yeah, there you go.
It might turn out
With,
to
like,
be some random
huge
local
bulges.
legend, but still, a nice coincidence.
Like, yeah, if you go further, you're going to see ones where, like, the fucking bulges in their pants literally go down to their knee and are, like, detailed through the jeans. That's what I mean. You'll see. It's, like, good art, though, because it's like, the art's good. Like, he's a good artist. It's just, mwah, I love it.
You could ask Everard who this...
He gives me a chuckle. Because I'm like, you inspired a lot, my friend. The smell of disinfectant in the room. Smells like chemicals.
A row of mugs sits...
A small suitcase full of clothes. Some of them, though, I was like, we were like watching and looking. I'm like, man, if you even got like half a boner, you would fucking, you would die. You'd just die. Ooh, more magnesium. There's tons of magnesium. Can I like sell this secondhand? Anybody? I'd love to sell somebody some magnesium. Like a lot of it. I could really use more Nosafed. Oh, I didn't look at this, did I? See? You'll be checking more of that out later. See, like I said, it makes me giggle. Like I think it's funny, but I mean I can understand how some people would find that very good. You know what I mean? That's just me. Hey, you there?
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
No trouble. I just want to know what's going on here. There's a phone poking through a bush. Woo! Tom of Finland. It's lewd, but not like explicit. I just want to know what's going
I
on
don't want
here.
to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
That's what I mean. Like, his art is very good, but like, it's like a mix between realism and caricature.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to spare. Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Or at least have a cigarette?
Apologies, but this is my last one.
The god himself has denied you absolution.
I need absolution!
Absolution? I don't know that brand, but I'm pretty sure you can get Astras at the Frit.
Can't you, like, toss that one down?
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Shut up and throw, kid!
I'm not throwing anything.
There's no way you'd catch that cigarette anyway.
What, really?
Yes, really. Don't even try. You'll just embarrass yourself.
Right, Rear? You're right, that was obviously a bad idea. I forget I said anything. So look at him, he is twinkish. Okay, well, we'll talk more next time.
Be a next time. I really need to get going.
Convince him to stay. -1 because I bummed a cigarette.
Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet like a dog.
Please don't go. I'll stop drinking. I'll take the trash out. Just please don't leave me.
Please don't go. I'll even stop smoking inside.
Listen, I really have to go.
I'm doing well, Tech. How about yourself,
Good luck
friend?
with the investigation.
Well done.
He's gone.
We should run after him, see where he
No
went.
point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just
He
give
could
up?
be a witness. We shouldn't rule out the possibility. There has to be a way of getting inside the building. There must be another way into the building.
What the fuck? That was weird.
Yes?
That was super weird. What the fuck? That was super weird. I want to talk about you.
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Will work better if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
I was startled too. That was weird. I don't know why he just yelled at me like that. It's like Kim just like walked with my ear and was just like, I don't think there's a way in, or whatever the fuck he said. I don't even remember. I was so startled by the noise. He fucking went right up to the mic there. You're wearing a Revolutionary Air Brigade jacket, aren't you?
What? These? It's just seasonal clothing.
And those look like airman pants. Good for storing tools in.
Where is this going?
You see, Kim, I have this place in my head where I develop new ideas and connections.
Interesting. I think it's called the brain.
No, it's more than that. Anyway. In this special place, I have come to suspect that you have some kind of thing with the Revolutionary Air Brigades.
I do not have a thing with Revolutionary Air Brigades in particular.
Just air brigades, then.
Okay, I wanted to become an aerostatic pilot. Then I turned 10 and realized we no longer have an air force.
Thank you. My mind is set. No, wait. Are you sure the Revolutionaries have nothing to do with
Absolutely nothing.
Thank you. My mind is satisfied. Point to my head
Good.
again. You're wearing
That's
glasses.
correct.
That makes him a Beano-clad. Completely uncopped material, if you say so yourself.
Disagree. I'm not going to call them a Beano. Glasses are cool.
Are they?
I have
Or
glasses.
mostly just cumbersome.
You don't look like everyone else around
It's
here.
because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
What's Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholière.
Tell me a secret about yourself? Okay.
Your brain sends the signal to you.
Oh no, it's the paralyzing look again.
You refuse the order.
He's giving me the schmolder.
Knocked down.
Give up, there's nothing I can do. I'm not gonna fight it and lose the health.
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Do you ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have, like, conversations with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages.
Press X to doubt.
You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
That's all for now.
Let's change the subject.
Okay, nothing. Oh wait, can I open this door? They probably think in pictures. Oh, hello, little rock.
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it.
Check under every stone. Leave no stone unturned.
This must be for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has hundreds of apartments.
So that's a dick. I suppose there's a dick drawn on the door. Poke, poke. Let me find the right one.
To go in and see.
Let's break into some apartments, shall we? What's this? A bucket? Hey! Flip up glasses. +1 logic. What's interesting, Wolf? Do dogs think in barks? I'm not sure. Poke sticks for fun. Yes. Yes, and? Loud rumbling snore. Old shoe rack. 3 different sizes. Okay, so at least 3 people live in that building. Gotcha. Oh, hey, this one opened. Hello? Moss crawls on the bathroom tiles. Actual moss. Oh, okay. The shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Great. Hey! Magnesium! Oh, free beer! So that's wine. Commodore Red is wine. What's this? Hey! 42 cents! 22 bucks! Sure is mold. Hey, Die Hard. Welcome to story game. Completely story style. What's this sign say? Oh, cool. Yeah, this is like some sort of weird retro future. +1 visual calculus, minus a drama. But these are +1 logic. Okay. I can sell Kitsuragi's pen! I'm not gonna sell his pen. It's a nice pen. Can I smoke or drink any beers yet? Or is it like a once-a-day deal? Sounds more like after a teenager's 40-minute shower. Ew. You're not wrong, but ew. I'm gonna keep the flashlight. Does the flashlight help my perception? Yes. Like in this, are you talking about in this game? 'Cause yeah, this game is like based off an actual tabletop RPG
This
system.
door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11. It's
Examine
a
the
solid
padlock.
lump of metal, but the shackle is better. Whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
Minus 10 because they're not in my hand. Hilarious. Okay, we get rid of the bag for the chain cutters.
This door has been closed with a
Cut
padlock.
open the padlock.
What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not working.
Because of the fail, I'm cutting the body of the lock.
I
Oh, that's
believe it's
funny.
The shackle you mean to cut, detective.
These chain cutters are broken, Kim.
Perhaps you should give it another go.
Well, you're not a furry reader, but don't you use a fursona VTuber? Oh yes, you're not wrong. Kim pointed out the shackle.
The shackle snaps like a twig.
Oh
and
fuck,
lock
that's
falls
funny.
To the floor with a little
Fail the roll, and we're trying to cut the pad of itself, not the thin part. That's funny.
After you, detective.
Thanks, Kim. You're a true buddy. You're a true friend.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth.
I've got
reads
impressive sideburns.
Kraz Mazov.
Krasmazov.
He does kind of look like you after all.
You gotta admit, Kim, this guy kind of looks like
Hold on
me.
a second. Is this why you broke in here?
Lobbed his finger
To
off.
find out whether you're Krasmazov?
I'm not saying that I am. I'm saying we look alike.
Sure you are.
Just humor me for a moment. Don't you see the resemblance?
Well, you both do seem to share an affinity for sideburns. But it seems like old Kras here didn't drink nearly as much as you.
Yes, I have a problem. A problem with alcohol.
You do, but that's not the point. The point is, he doesn't look like you.
You're furry adjacent. Gotcha. I get it. You're like me. I'm technically a furry in the sense that I have a fursona, but I don't consider myself really part of the community because, like, yeah. I don't go to conventions or stuff. Like, Foofle's way more part of the community than I am. Oh, give me 1 sec. I have to go to the washroom. So I might be a few minutes here. 1 sec. My apologies. A, rear, my aim isn't that bad. And B, I don't have a shower in the bathroom I used. That's in the upstairs shadow. Or bathroom. Anyways, hello. I'm back. How do you know? This bust is probably just romanticized depiction anyway.
Very well. Let's look for identifying features then. Doesn't he have a birthmark right here? What about you?
I can't tell. I can't see my face.
But here's the big thing. Krasmazov looks Samaran, and you don't.
That's fair.
Good. So you're not him.
You're right, I'm not.
You're not the most famous philosopher of the modern period.
Why does this tenant have a bust of him in the
The
room?
White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
I'm not really sure. Hey, shoes. Can I wear those, do you think? We have critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. Photos of revolutionaries. Okay, cool. What's in here? Oh, a bullet. Ooh. +1 conceptualization. Ooh. Nice jacket. I mean, I lose out on a shivers, but I mean, I don't mind an extra conceptualization. Kim, you appear to be on the wall. Can I wear these shoes too? Oh, there's money in the shoes. Fuck yeah. She has the results and she does need one. She just hasn't talked to her doctor about it yet.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
Knock.
The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side.
Knock
A
again.
poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Okay, that's not the right one we wanted. So
Do
please
I
open up.
have to open the door? Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have
Yeah, the result is they have the sleep apnea where they swallow their tongue. And apparently they kick so hard that they wake themselves up sometimes.
Let's go.
So
We
they
don't have a
basically
reason
don't
to get
really get
inside
much
that
REM
apartment.
sleep, which would also probably explain why her dreams are so vivid. Yeah.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Fair enough. What's in here? A postcard. Door number 9 is locked. Apartment 8. Their mailbox is overflowing. Ooh, what's in this box? Oh, 25 cents! Psh, I'll have $100 real in no time.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me. Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
I'm looking for a young male. Ha ha ha. Okay, player knowledge, character knowledge. I'm not too stressed out about money because I can be a scumbag and make Kim sell some tires for me. Ooh, Kate, thank you. I will remember that. She's not even sure if she wants to talk to the doctor about it yet. She's not even sure if she wants one yet. So yeah, she wants to come. She wants to deal with it when she gets back from Toronto. I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble. I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk? He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony.
Thank you, cleaning lady. Ah. Sea below looks cold and winter gray.
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor.
Rub your sides for
A
warmth.
former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to -20 degrees Celsius.
Her face
is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression.
Plan.
Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down.
Look around myself.
It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room. She had an eye for beauty.
Shiver. Finish the thought. Shivers is neat. Someone has torn down the wall. A little grocery list on the table and checks.
What happened here?
Can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in
It
the
will
wall.
still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains here.
There's always something in the fridge. Is this fridge big enough for the body? While we're talking about it? Probably not. Hey, Kim.
Yes?
Nothing. Itchy pants. These pants make you angry. Good lord, these pants are uncomfortable. Punch someone in the face. They are stupid. They are striped and calf length, too tight around the thighs, too loose around the waist. The worst case scenario. God, they're terrible pants. But I think I'd rather wear these. Because I'd rather have the electrochemistry boost, honestly. I've got a bullet. Do I know what it's for? No. Wait. Did I miss anything in here? No. Okay, to the balcony. Okay. You.
The streets will flow red once more, a great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull.
The fucking
What
Skull?
else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Hep, yeah, when we last tested.
Had a battery of tests just last week. I'm practically a patchwork of interesting critters. Kinda like a manowar.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Is that heavy fuel
Red-dyed
oil?
Heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
That's some clever cultural
You
commentary.
ain't seen nothing yet, piggy boo.
Keep looking off to the side. What are you
The
looking at?
lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
That is definitely not what he said, but okay.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to us on.
What's your little wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
So you don't know what to
Have
write,
you ever tried your hand at graffitio?
right?
When
Oh, have
faced
you
with a
played
blank
this
wall,
through
most
already,
people
Rear?
write unimaginative stuff, like pigs.
Because
go
I've played this
home,
through once
and
before,
Mona
too.
was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so...
Then we're not right Cindy, but whatever.
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know. Summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
So this is kind of my second playthrough, so like I do have prior knowledge. I do know the end game. But we're just playing it through so I can still fuck around and have fun, and I can show it to more people, because this game is very good, actually.
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Ow. It's raining
Actually,
knives.
There is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
I wonder if this is where I got fucko from. So I say fucko all the time. What the hell is it here now? Someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy, perhaps? 100 tiny feet scurrying beneath the grate, the rats of the city. Enough coal to last for several winters. Fire! Suddenly you feel the box is on fire. Why? Ooh! More free drugs. I didn't even have to buy drugs off that one guy. I could have found some here. That's exciting. Oh, $4. Dingity dangity. Hey. You should. It's worth it. Like it's equal parts comedic and sad and gross and horribly well written and yeah. Although these jeans look worn, the wearer must have had an ass given to them by the mighty Lord himself. That beautiful peach-shaped man-ass has imprinted itself so deep in the fabric, you can't help but wonder if wearing them would start molding your own vague rear side into a more shapely form as well. Plus one electrochemistry for god-ass. Fucking love it. Fucking love it. Holy.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something, soft, yet crinkly.
You can punch a 12-year-old cokehead.
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar.
Interesting. So that's the best part. I remember like a lot of the main story beats, but a lot of stuff can change due to rolls and everything, right?
Tutti frutti. It smells faintly of apricots with a barely noticeable twinge of cinnamon.
Why do I even care
Good
about this?
question. There is no answer or secret phrase written on the inside of the wrapper. Yet you're drawn to it. Drawn by regret. Stop before you hurt yourself with a tutti frutti wrapper. Throw it away, please.
I'll just hang on to it.
Carefully fold the wrapper into a square before putting it back into your pocket, lovingly even, despite the strange feeling of regret.
Interesting. Fucking 8 uses. I want to drink more beer. But I can't. Sad. Sad. But this is like this. But the playthrough I'm going for now, Rear Silver though, like is kind of a goofy, silly-ish playthrough. Like I'm doing a lot more drugs and alcohol than I did. Door's locked. Can't get in. That's where I came through into the balcony, right? Okay.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
The
star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is it upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order, Also, some social democrats were already using it.
What about the
The
antlers?
wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it evoke in me?
Nothing at all yet. Right now, it's just meaningless shapes on a wall.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, balcony. Okay, so we're still looking for cigarette guy. Someone's throwing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. Curtain shift just a little. Someone is watching from within. 29. Complete silence. Whoever's here isn't home. Apartment 30. Voices come within, singing along to some buoyant dance track. Just a door, nothing here for you right now. Aha! Oh, okay, okay, now I recognize where I am. I recognize this now. 75 cents! Okay. The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. Hey, 15 cents. This game is very story-based.
This door is made
so
of
we could
metal
definitely
and
chat while
appears
I'm
to be
wandering.
Reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
Continue.
Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home.
Knockety, knockety.
answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think
In
we
the
should
evening.
return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
Tomorrow at 9? You
Tomorrow,
got it.
9 p.m. Right.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him.
I'll
Remember,
get him.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Come back to him tomorrow. Okay. And I think that's basically everything I can do here at the balcony. Or in this building in general, I think. So we're gonna leave. Yeah, I've been in that guy's house. How do I get up there, I wonder? Okay, well, we can go on the street here. What's this? Ooh, a signal blue naval coat. A suggestion minus a half light. Not worth it. Tired Wolf? Inside of the frame motorcycle repair and the tools used to disassemble it. Cape Side Apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain. What's in here? Oh. Okay. Ooh. More so much magnesium. Can I just like resell the crap? The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. I feel ya. I didn't sleep well. I didn't sleep well yesterday either, or today even. The room in the whirling is much bigger than this. This is worth more than you'll ever earn in my life. Yay!
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
Dang it, Woofy. Sleep.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Joyce L. What's the L stand
My
for?
maiden name. I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will. Gladly.
Gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Oh, thanks for the compliment, Kim.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
You're on a boat.
Yes, I am.
Does she have a name?
Boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19, because that's the type of sloop it is.
Okay, but what kind of boat is it?
Pleasure craft. A 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you like
My
it?
sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Caillou? I thought we were in Revachol.
We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou.
Understood. About this boat of yours.
She nods attentively.
Oi, you got a license for that boat?
I assure you, I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
But are you?
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license?
Can I see your license?
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but two insulindic regattas. Even finished once.
Still need to see a license, ma'am.
Actually, you don't.
Pretty sure I do. I police.
It is a little known fact among those who police that the Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license.
Wait, how exactly little known is this fact?
I was just being polite. Even school children know the Wayfarer Act.
So we can't pull over random civilians to demand their papers?
Unless
That's
it's
weak.
their passport. No. Do you want to ask for the lady's passport?
Yes, I want to see your passport.
Of course.
Look at her passport.
The woman is silent, smiling while the waves lap against the hull. In your hand, under the plastic, a light blue passport saying, Republic of Vespa. The coat of arms has a lion and an ostrich. Seagent. The woman, born in the year 3 in the commune of Revachol, smiles at you. Face adorned with frown lines and crow's feet. The photo is recent. The name reads, Rejoice Leighton Messier.
Your name's Rejoice?
Yes. But please don't call me that.
Why?
Joyce is much more efficient.
So you're from Vesper.
My husband is. I have dual citizenship. A Vespertine is handier when traveling.
Everything seems to be in order.
She nods and returns the plastic bag to her
Okay.
boat.
I think the boat makes sense.
Good.
So you're pretty rich. Can I have some money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What nice fabrics.
Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible.
within reason.
Yes, so?
Now look at you. You misery-clad simian. Barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable.
Well, you didn't have to call me out so hard, Inland
Poor,
Empire.
poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
I'm a goddamn working man. I'm not ashamed to shake this leech for some dough.
I think your little communism protects you from this feeling. No. The more demeaning it is to grovel at her feet.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Say it. Can I have some money?
Voila. You're doing
Oh, success!
Really put your back into it. Yell it from the top of your lungs.
Money! You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Why, yes, I am rich. How much money do you need?
She's surprisingly nonchalant about this.
I need like 100 rial.
That's a good sum. Not too small, not fantastic.
She removes a few notes and hands them to you. The paper is...
Hey! Woohoo! I can go pay off my damages.
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
I am an honorable policeman.
You're right, ma'am, that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, unseemly as it may be, as long as they are properly logged with the precinct.
Shush, Kim.
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help the RCM today, besides supplementing its salaries?
Okay, so what can you tell me about the strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Alright, what's your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
Right.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Right.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Oh, you mean Measurehead?
Yes. Jean-Luc Measurehead.
So how were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
Right.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
Right.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
Right.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike?
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
What are the demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
I don't know what to think about that.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
Why not a representative?
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
That is pretty funny, I have to admit. Says the Fen that
They're
doesn't
having a
understand a
blast.
fucking word of what's happening.
How can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position. A hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again.
Right.
And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
What happened to Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget.
What?
Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Okay then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union.
Okay, well, what do you think of Everard?
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Well, that's Everard, all
He's
right.
the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
I remember hearing something about Edgar.
Have you seen him?
No.
Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the Union itself outside the brothers?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that.
Okay.
Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, we are forced to cooperate with
No, crime
Refreshingly
boss.
honest, officer. The company has tried abusing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
A giant leash sucking the life out of Revachol.
Indeed, and a hungry one. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the leech always hungers.
One more thing. You said something happened in the
I'm glad
elections?
you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union.
Wild Pine sounds familiar? Well, I couldn't explain that.
Disappeared?
You mean like in the context of the game or outside of the game, Wolfie? Because in the context of the game, that's what the singing man is covering up. He was like repainting all the cargo so it didn't say Wild Pines anymore. Outside the game? Don't know.
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Some kind of extortion, probably.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, man. We'll be just fine.
That's all I need. Let's
Of
change the
course.
topic.
How else can I help?
Tell me about Wild Pine. Kind of like lots of drugs, Fleet. Lots of drugs and being kind of scummy. Because my first playthrough of this, I did like a straight and narrow, like pretty decent playthrough. Like I got probably one of the better endings you can get. Tell me about
What
Wild
we do.
Pines.
I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
But I'm doing a lot more drugs, and a lot more scummy. Like I got $100 off her, or 100 riel off her.
Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing.
It's worth it, Fleet.
See those
If you
airships
push
there,
yourself through,
sinking?
it's worth it.
Those are the
Like I'm
shipping
pretty sure
side
the
of
ending is the main ending plot twist point is like fairly linear.
And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
Got it.
She nods.
Oh yeah, Beacon Pines! I loved Beacon Pines. That would explain it. Do you know anything about these tattoos?
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Why? How is you looking at this photo tied to the lynching?
Better not tie the fourth day to the Bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
What can you tell me about the
Quite
lynching
a few
then?
things, I'm afraid.
It's worth it, Fleet, personally. I mean, you probably got bored because it's essentially your life. Just if you were a cop, not a dentist. Because yeah, you haven't been here for it, but we always joke this is Fleet Simulator. 'Cause it starts up, you wake up like hungover as fuck.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57, and this is my colleague from Precinct 41, Detective Dubois. I'm afraid Harry doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
Fair enough.
Oh, and what
He woke
happened
up
to
with
yours?
alcohol-induced. You wake up with alcohol-induced retrograde amnesia. Remember my partner told you that I recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
It's possible. After a night of heavy drinking, I lost all memory of my life and of the world.
Dear.
Yeah, you run a 3-day bender.
I suppose this does
But
explain
your guy's like
some
a
of the more
huge alcoholic to
curious
begin with.
turns in our conversation.
She must have been suspecting something for a while now.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
What kind of arrangement
I
would it
mean,
be?
favors for... Consider this. Perhaps she has been planning it all along. That you convince yourself into colluding with her.
How do I negotiate my way out of this?
Feelings will guide the way.
Damn it. But madam, I need to know about this lynching. It's very important to me in the case I'm solving.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
You have so much else. I only have this. Spread your hands. This is the entirety of my existence.
Silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
This boat, for example, in a home somewhere. I only have this
Officer.
case. I don't remember anything except the lynching. There's only this coast and this lynching.
You know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting in. Somehow.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors.
Yes.
They're going to want to see something tangible.
Hey, no, wait, Fleet.
Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbour. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it.
How was dinner with your parents? 'Cause you do that today, don't you?
You can find your
Or
badge,
Mondays, I mean.
which honestly seems like a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us for a moment, madam.
Hey.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love.
As long as you stay away from the racist half of it, Fleet. Because you can play as a good guy. But yes, it definitely is. There's definitely a bit of racism in it. Oh, fuck, we're talking about your dinner with your parents. I thought we were talking about... I thought we were talking about this game all of a sudden. My brain fucking misfired. Ah, it's funny. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Love has worked out really well for me. I'm a love winner.
Good. We need tender men like you building gargantuan communism. Word on the street is it's going to be 10,000 times larger than any communism previously attempted by
How come there's
human beings. Is that right?
Hey, Buck. Doing well. How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Okay, right, that does sound like me.
Funky style. Very funky. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
What's this communism even about?
Failure. It's about failure.
Failure?
Yes. Abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing. Against every human alive.
Oh, fucking vampire. I gotta play vampire again.
In the hands of an
now you've mentioned it.
well-organized ruling class. Towering cities.
Which Call of Cthulhu, by the way.
Ministers, million-headed armies.
The one by Frogwares?
Love of your own mother.
Or the other one by Frog, or the one by Bethesda from like way back.
You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade.
Alright, fine.
Oh, yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait. Firing squads? You didn't say anything about those.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Okay then.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
How'd you hope it would go?
I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Oh, so we're henchmen now?
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
Well, it was okay. Her proposal was likely part of her design, that's all it is.
Knowing this does not really change our position, however.
So do you propose we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation.
I think that's when I played through twice
and
and got different,
information.
and actually got a pretty different, like, some intro bits. Did I level up? People think communism crazy to come up until he woke up. Spiritual corpse. So should I try and build communism? I mean, I don't know if communism. I've always been told communism's bad. Oh, I can't even internalize anyways. That's the thing, is like I've heard communism works on paper, just people mess it up. Oh right, so I gotta find the fridge to put the body in.
You're back. Good.
By the way, I've talked to Everard.
Finally, time to choose sides.
I didn't.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually, corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic, worm-like corruption, reaching into the bowels of the earth.
Oh, so he's a colonoscopist.
The
Colonoscopy
position
guy?
of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt worm myself. How can I stop you? Are we not human? Are
Fair
we not
enough, eh, Wolf?
Curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things. Tell her she'll like you for it.
That money you gave me, would that make things weird? If I shared information, I mean.
Weird? Oh no. One of the positive things to come from the revolution is the unhindered exchange of information, you see. Even when it comes to trade secrets. Which isn't to suggest our talks constitute corporate espionage. Even if they did, it would be fine. But they don't, since you logged the money as a donation, and this is clearly just gossip between friends.
Yes, clearly.
The lieutenant might have, but I don't remember you logging anything as anything, Harry.
I'd rather talk about
Of course,
something else.
Detective. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Alright, tell me about the drug
It's
trafficking.
quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Right.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics.
Ooh.
Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Shit, yeah, baby. It's the party pipeline. Why would you want to shut that down?
Why are you trying to shut down the party
I
pipeline?
assure you, officer, these are not the sort of parties you'd want to attend.
Strongly disagree.
She has no idea what kind of parties you've been to.
Okay, you want to investigate.
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Am I gonna need bolt cutters for this?
Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable.
Right.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Right.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit.
See, I'm so
If you find
politically
this
dumb,
driver,
though, I have no clue
I
about
wish-
anything.
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
Yes?
Yeah, we'll take this case and see what we can do.
It may... In the meantime, let me
Okay,
know...
cool. Bye.
Of course, detective. Take care.
That's right, I am a detective. Pay no attention to my hobo hat. Let's go play Gart so I can just spend my money like crazy now. Gart, I got 100 EL for you. Was it a bribe? No. Let's just go with a no. That means I got more money for booze and drugs. More money for booze and drugs. Enormous bulls, worthy of a real man. Booze, barbiturates, and bitches. You know it. Okay, let's go give this money to Gart before I forget. Gart! Go ahead, let me pay you so I don't have to worry about it. Oh, look at that, I didn't have to make Kim sell his tires this playthrough. Because last time I had to make him sell his tires. And we still became, like, best friends. Yo.
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
Found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Could one of your staff put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who else has keys to the trash container?
Trash collection service? CS Municipal.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container, despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Thank you anyway.
Yes?
Here's the money,
Yes. Have you got it? Well?
Here it is, sorry for the trouble.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment. It's good you paid before 9 p.m., or your door would have been locked electronically. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
What am I wearing?
I'll take a room here.
All kinds of shit.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
You seem to be in need of a fridge.
Yes, for the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right?
What would you rather? Was on a live corpse? I'm not sure what's happening. No, we want to put a very important dead body in your fridge.
I don't care. You're not putting a dead body into my fridge.
I'm not even going to ask why. You're just going to say something mean.
This is a culinary establishment, not a morgue. You don't have to ask me why you can't store a dead body in my kitchen.
Boo!
Only before.
Lieutenant, you too? You're asking too? No. The answer is no. I will not turn this place into some kind of macabre circus.
I hate to say it, but looks like we're going to have to ask Kuno if he knows of a spare fridge around here.
Oh, hello.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
There are Copo types?
Guess what's yours?
Some kind of weapon cop?
You're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we?
Fucking they should be sorry.
Impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap it up.
Okay, what are the other Capo types?
You know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the Advanced Interesting Cop, Liquid Shadow Cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go?
No, I'm not sorry.
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes.
No, I'm not
Stop
sorry.
wasting
Fuck
time.
off.
Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry I swore, but fuck you. Wait. Hey. Haven't been in here yet. Hello. Soft privileged juicer. Someone is working.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook.
It must be.
As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please. It's not funny.
Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Well, you have some impressive
He
pots there.
smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I need a fridge to store a corpse.
The man keeps shaking his head.
I don't think he understands, officer. We need to find some other way to make ourselves clear.
I know, Kim, I know. Make stabbing motions at the meat on the
What
cutting
are you
board.
doing?
The cook looks at you doing the charade and smiles. The cook says something. It's quite animated, but you still don't understand.
I need to get the corpse, point to Kim, into the fridge, point at the fridge.
Why am I the corpse? Doesn't matter. I don't think he understood us anyway. He wouldn't be smiling if he did.
I need to put a dead body in the fridge?
No, no. Body no fit fridge. Fridge more.
How do you know? Maybe it's a small body.
No. I know.
Okay, we have our answer.
Okay, stay masculine, bro.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Touch the door.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side.
Try to push on
it. The door does not budge.
Where it goes.
It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
It's part of the whirling in a rag. Something about this place makes me want to know.
But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
The door and the main investigation will merge into a stereo
If you say
investigation.
so. Gart is the person to ask.
Yo, Gart, let me in the back. Gart. Garty. Garty boy. Gart.
Can I help you?
I've seen something here at the whirling, Gart. I think I need to talk about.
Thing?
The blue steel door at the back of the
Yes,
kitchen.
that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Yes, but what's behind it? Do you
No,
have...
I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back
Fine,
there.
okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire.
Nothing, goodbye. Garting the door. Ah! Ah! Boo. Hold up. Okay, cool. Okay. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Not ready to talk to Kuno yet, but I want to see what I need to reopen this. Or see what this is.
An inconspicuous pile
Well,
of
I'm
the
even
roofing
looking at
material.
this.
Because it's nice and it reveals no secrets at this time.
Okay.
An inconspicuous pile of... Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's
There we
why
go.
they're too orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Woohoo! A shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
You know we will, Kim. My good friend. Ah, yes, I remember what this is. Empty tube of Elysium magnesium supplement. Oh, hey, cool. Ah, the rooftop. Okay, okay. Oh, I can walk across this little path here. This doorway is going to collapse soon. Well, then I better get through it. Restoration pillars keep everything together. A postcard. Woohoo! Hey, some money. Woohoo! There we go. I want to go to that box over there. Hey, Nosafed. Holy shit, is this money? Damn, I'm rich. I'm freaking rich. Huh, crazy. Cool. Back down into here. Disco, baby. Disco. Can I do any more drugs yet? I want to do more drugs, please. No, I can't do any more drugs yet? Okay. Cured pig's head, looks mummified. Post says get out of the way or get fucked up. A silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
I wasn't thinking about taking. I swear, I was thinking about
Of
justice.
course, detective. Swift justice. Don't.
Yeah, swift, lightning justice. Faster, harder, justicer.
But that there was an interesting find. An alternative path into the harbor that the kid uses. Well done.
Yes. So you're saying is you're not gonna let me do the amphetamines, Kim? What's up here? Hey, 40 cents! Well, that seems to be it in here. I better put these I gotta put these drugs away. Keep my bolt cutters out. Alright, Kuno. Where can I find a fridge, you fucko?
Look, see? It's the fucking war pig! Try not to knock yourself out.
Yep.
You belittled yourself before the Kuno. Now you must seek his forgiveness.
Look, play along. I want to make friends with Kuno, make amends.
Fucking war pig!
You're a cool dude. Let's bury the hatchet, okay?
What? What the?
I think you broke his brain when you fucked
Fuck.
him up, Kuno.
You better come up with a way to make Kuno forget you tried to fucking hit him, piggo.
Check out this cool drug I found.
No, you don't. No one.
Bitches slapping each other, fighting for Kuno's attention.
Kim is never going to be okay with you handing something like this off to a minor. This plan is either off the table, or you need to do it when he's not around.
Alright, what can I offer you,
Please
Kuno?
don't waste time.
The lieutenant does not approve of this.
Don't listen to the blind fuck, piggo. You're doing the right thing here, trying to get Kuno to like you again.
They're triggering you. Why? Reminds you of home?
Pay tribute to Kuno with drugs, or cigarettes, or some wheels. Kuno could use some wheels. Motorized carriage shit.
What are you doing?
Maybe a truth
No,
could offer him
you
something.
really don't. That is a
Yeah, that's what I
12-year-old
thought.
boy.
You don't fucking matter, buck imp.
I'm still gonna mark it as something I need to do.
But why? You're turning this into a huge thing.
In punching, someone always ends up being someone's bitch. Don't you know anything about male power structures, Kim?
You're totally unraveling, officer.
All will be well as soon as I get this being Kuno's bitch situation off my back. Don't wait for the lieutenant to answer. Let's get to work, Kim. Okay, I know there's a way to get to... I know where the fridge is, I just don't remember how to get to the fridge. Is it because you're English and they're not real English accents? Okay, what if I go over here and I go...
Older call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the silence. No one answers your call. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't... An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
This is the police. Please open the door.
Sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even...
A single beep indicates that the line has gone.
Aha! I can probably get in through the bookstore. I can get into the place that sells books. Pardon me, young miss. Where were you on January 6th? Hello, bookstore. Do you exist? Don't mind me, I'm just browsing. Yes, just browsing. Yes. Indeed. Let's find this curtain.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket.
That's how it works, yep. Hey, Baked. How's it going?
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Pull open the curtains.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences.
Ah, 'cause it's hot.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
But I sense this place calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold.
My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains.
I don't care. You can't stop me. I'm opening them.
Please just talk to me, officer.
There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. You see a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron.
Rip them apart, this time for real.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you. You're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
Shh, you don't know nothing. It's fine. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. That looks like Guillaume Milan, that hair poster.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you. What if you just break it down?
Maybe I should break it down, but not before I
That's
strategize.
Right. Take in your surroundings. You need to have a solid ground and a proper posture if you want to succeed.
Check my posture.
Steady breathing. Solid core. You've got this. With one shoulder forward, you're ready to smash into the door like a battering ram.
Check my surroundings.
The room is dimly lit and littered with old barbershop rubbish. But the path to the door is clear.
And what about the door?
It's made of a solid block of wood, but it has stood there for ages. The hinges are old and coated with a carmine layer of rust. It should be doable.
Break down the door. Oh, fuck yeah. Boom! Oh! Oh, come on, I succeeded in the roll.
You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side. But you've done it.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Smash into the door and shout, "Fuck, it hurts!" Alright. We're in. What's up, Kim?
This place?
No idea, Kim. But my head hurts. My head hurts bad.
You don't have to explore an abandoned gym, you know? Besides, no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a ray of streetlight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Let's keep
Sounds
going.
good.
It's not mysterious at all. Can I punch this bag? Sand is dripping from a punching bag. Doesn't know where sand dripped, honestly. Hey, a shot football! I can give that back to those guys. Worn out wall bars, they look unsafe. Oh boy, can I lift this bad boy?
Barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world.
That's 120 pounds.
There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does it feel so familiar?
Look out, Kim, it's a trap. There's no collars on the barbell.
Right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of bastard would just remove the collars? It should be a felony.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Lift the barbell. Oh. Uh-oh. Ow!
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form.
Rude.
Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to smash through that back door.
Seems I'm a little out of shape. Or maybe these
Proper
gloves just suck.
weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
Bye-bye. What else we got around here? What else we got around here I can look at? Kim? Oh, hello? Smells like leather and sweat. Yum. Disagree. Actually, I've said that. Now I disagree. I think that sounds terrible. Alright, what's upstairs? Hello? Old window panes and debris. Okay. Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. A large demijohn full of strange liquid. I don't even know what a demijohn is. Hello? Airship road is covered in spiderweb. They remind you of blades. Is that a mannequin? That's freaky. These are oddly creepy mannequins. Hey, $3. A naked mannequin torso, a strange yellow color. Fantabulous. Whoa, what is all this now?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin. And even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Scamming the welkin. This is important.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
One of them is a welkin supremacist.
political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many
This looks
questions.
like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Ah, well, it's been educational.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog, or morphine, a much-needed
Or morphine
respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal.
What
As
happened?
time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for detail." The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe." The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise."
Interesting.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The
What kind of
keyboard
cereal you
has a
having, Crafty?
rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside. But we are looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time, so...
On the other hand, it's not that I'm not interested in abandoned radio computers.
Let's turn it on.
Maybe the body has stopped decomposing somehow. I don't know.
The machine lights up like some... It's empty, like a beehive without its brood.
This is where the memory should go.
Very spooky. Hey, $1. Or $2, basically. Oh, cornflakes. With sugar on them or no? Oh, $2. And more magnesium. Ah, nice. Good call. Wind howls from the coal chute above. I don't blame you. I do too.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
Crack
A
open the
gust
door.
of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator.
Woohoo!
The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim. It's a
Of
fridge.
course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Let's take a look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Pick the note from the door.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Look, we can hide the corpse in here.
Certainly an eccentric choice, but
the optics on this are awful, he thinks.
Shall we go and get the body then? I'll take the head.
The two of you. Easily. The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then more.
Jesus Christ.
Into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
Yeah, that was excruciatingly loud, and I'm not sure why. Yeah, we need to celebrate a performance of pagan rites. Let's bring out the mead and set it on fire.
Say that. I knew this would lead to drinking. No, no more. This is paganistic enough, and it does not leave this room.
Yeah, I'm not proud either, but we did find a fridge.
Impressive as the fridge is. At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Perception. Search the body one more time thoroughly.
You touch the dead man's body. His skin is cold, light blue and silvery in the light of the fridge.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
I leveled up. One more perception, baby. Shunk. Hold that thought.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. Your
There
arms
we go.
reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition.
Here we
It's
go.
dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh.
Sure did, Crafty.
First with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
What is this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
Put my fingers in his mouth. I am,
The
aren't I?
oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track.
Play with it. This feels right.
The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, delicate to touch. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums. And in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in.
Open my eyes and look.
Of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
Right? I agree. Say fuck yeah.
Keep going.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Put my finger in the wound.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Push
Your
deeper.
fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The
I know,
sluggish
right, Crafty?
structures are
Even my guts are
damaged
turning.
too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
There's a cavity cut right between the
The
hemispheres.
lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Push deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him.
wriggle in.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly.
I forgot to put the gloves on before I did this all in my bare hands.
As you push deeper, until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin.
Interfacing, easy. Fish it out. Failed? It was an easy.
You push your hand further in. Whatever is in there keeps rolling between your fingers as you beckon it to come out.
Fucking shit.
Comes his small folding knife. The lieutenant moves its blade across the man's skull, searching for the exit wound.
There, nod towards the protrusion.
Withdraw your hand 4 centimeters, please.
Pull my fingers back and nod.
With a crack, he punches the knife in the skull. Then, one more time, and one more, until the bone comes loose, like eggshell. Inside, you feel the jelly move from his poking.
Can you push it out?
A small flower of metal blossoms from the man's head.
Narbar.
By your finger.
A bullet. A non-calibre. Rifled. You may remove your hand from the victim's head now, officer. Well done.
Tell me about it,
Here's
Crafty.
your prize.
Here's your prize. He drops the bullet in an evidence bag and puts it in your hand. Your other hand, not the one not covered in blood and cerebral cortex.
To add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar.
A bullet.
Palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds like heaven.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Agreed.
And one last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion non-fatal.
You got shot in the mouth.
Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
The ligament mark, fractured hyoid bone. It was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
I agree.
I have had my doubts for a while now. Since I saw there were no signs of struggle on his hands, and no claw marks on his neck. There have been other signs too. Small things. We were right not to assign hanging as cause of death.
Secret task, find the bullet before I get fooled.
No such luck for them.
We didn't fall for it, he thinks. There's pride in there. There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
Maybe the bullet holds more answers.
We should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
I think I need to wash myself.
You really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
What
we
now?
put him in a bag and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I would drive him to processing, but it's too late to do that. One more thing. This was really good work, detective.
I'm gonna leave him there for a minute. Damn right, floofy tail and cake. Alright. There we go. I knew we'd find the fridge eventually, Kimberly. I don't know if that's his real name, but... Right? Kim is the... where Kim stands here for sure.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Look inside
It's
the furnace.
dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice, or several voices, talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
See, in my first playthrough, I was able to become good enough friends with Kim that he like joined me at my precinct. That was like my forever partner. But I'm also curious if there's a way to be romantically involved with Kim, because sorry to spoil it for you now, but there is a way to find out that Kim is actually gay.
The echo is so prominent, it's impossible.
And then you can like use the thing where you decide if you're gay.
Are saying, or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I heard someone talking
really?
upstairs.
We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Woohoo! We'll be back later after Kim's gone to sleep to only Kim. I don't even know if you can make yourself gay or not. But I think they do have the homosexual agenda as one of the thoughts you can get. Let's look, because I don't really remember. You can get... Ah, there we go. Homosexual underground is one of the ones I can figure out how to think about. Okay, so there's the fridge. Also, I know you're kidding. Does sound like something Fleet would say, though. What do we have here?
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here. What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens. Still nothing. No one's home.
Knock even harder.
Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there.
Bent metal, broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Gaze upon me, stuff and despair. Anti-object task force. Temporary arena research bonus. Huh. Can't internalize it because I don't have enough level up, so I gotta do some level. I gotta get some level up points. Oh, thank you, Super. It's all right. We got here more pills. Wait, what is that? Oh, another postcard. Nice. Very nice. What's this? Shoes in a puddle of melting snow. The floorboards creak. Okay. Very interesting. What else is there to see? What's in this? A production schedule filament memory. Okay. I could sell that for $50. Okay, I don't think I'm missing anything else in here. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, let's leave. There we go. Hello, bookstore lady. Very nice.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do.
Look through the display.
Crime fiction.
I've played a very, very small amount of it. Not enough to actually do anything in it, and I've really been meaning to, but I don't actually have it on Steam. I have it on my Steam Deck. Or I mean my Switch. Hello, Ash Hokori.
These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead
But I've been
ends.
meaning to. Because I know it
What's
looks
more,
really fun,
they
and I've,
completely ignore
you know,
the psychological
I'm interested, I keep
hardships
forgetting.
of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared.
I believe it.
Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An Obvious Lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
Okay, that's enough.
Shelves filled to the brim. The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin.
That was too
None
much,
of
Dick,
these
thank
seem
you.
important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz. By High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other. Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books.
Photographer, exactly, you know it.
Do still browse though, but not. I'm sorry, I did not mean to.
Okay, what else is going on around here? What's in here?
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to and which costs more than this book, is garbage and would only give you cancer anyway. With wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Does the mind say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from.
Nice.
How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
Find something truly otherworldly.
The throbbing in your head increases. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pale.
What's
the
Pale?
book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted.
What's this
The
book
book
about?
contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pale, also known as le territoire.
Le territoire.
For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near pale.
Sounds invigorating.
It is, and good for the circulation too.
What else?
It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the pail. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the pail and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired.
And what does this pale-aged liquor do?
Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health.
Ooh.
That seems improbable.
I should probably get some of that. What else in there?
For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the pale, though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions. This is exactly what you need.
Huh, anything else
There's
to
an
note?
entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
Probably need that.
Excuse me, sir. I believe you've been perusing that particular volume long.
I'll buy it.
Indeed. Something about that book. Well, I hope it contains what you're looking for.
Maybe it does, and maybe it doesn't.
Several maps have been... The maps look old and faded.
I'm sorry, officer. They're quite valuable, though they might not. That old thing. It's an outer from when some design. They didn't get that far, for some reason. Always good to be informed.
So I didn't let her read any of that stuff to me. No, it's a bookstore. It's a bookstore.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
With the
An
Wirral
endless
stuff.
variety. There's also a
actually don't care.
board game section. Who wants to read books?
Anything that really catches
There's
my
a
eye?
box that says Wirral 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements module. The side panel notes a fantastic adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 Rial. That price is steep, but then nonsense for anemic Beano clods.
Buying it.
If you say so, but you better stay away from those immoral, occult, rich.
Because Dungeons and Dragons, get it? Okay, cool. Thank you, shopkeep lady. There. Okay. I will be right back. Can I smoke or drink anything yet? No? Okay. Did I level up? No, I did not. I gotta come back after Kim goes to sleep. Ugh. A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away.
Oh, we're zooming right out.
The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hat.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your jacket grow heavy. The cold finds its way under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you. You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol cloak.
Ah, rain! Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. I'd recommend you put on your coat.
I mean, your recommendation is not wrong. Alright, I'll give those guys their shot put ball. Yeah, it does give me a +1 to shivers. Ow. It trap carded me. Okay. Well, I'm going to be right back really quick. and I'm trying to decide if I want to switch games or not. Do I know what the next game would be? No. But if you guys want to weigh in. I don't know what it'll be yet. It might be Dant, it might be Dragon's Dogma 1. I don't know. Because of 3 minutes to vote. Like I said, I have no idea what the thing will be, but vote on if you want to see more of this or if you want to switch it up. Until then, I'm gonna go do a bowl and get some more coffee and all that stuff. So you guys enjoy, and I'll see you soon. Ah, you got me, Rear. You found out my secret. It's like half and half. I want to see what you guys are up to. I want to see what you guys are interested in, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm not going to fully shut down Disco Elysium yet.